In the small town of Interlaken, a daycare has been operating as somewhat of a makeshift foster home for children. Timothy Anda and his husband, Jared, ran into the daycare seeking to adopt a child, but what they got is what they called an adoption scam. Tina C., seen here in white, befriended the Andas almost 3 years ago when she was offering up her foster son, Dylan, for adoption. C. made promises of adoptions and offered up several children from her daycare to go and live with the Andas back in their home state of Ohio. C is a foster mother who runs the Children's Academy daycare. Tim says C led him and his husband down a long road of deception.
He led us to believe that she worked with DCF.
Tim says he has collected hundreds of pages of texts and emails from C offering up other children that Tim says she has no right to do. When Tim and Jared took Dylan to come live with them back in Ohio for 6 months, DCF launched an investigation on C. C, who Tim says got nervous, then came to Ohio to get Dylan back. Within 3 days, the Andas lost their son. C then stated that she never wanted the Andas to adopt him, but rather they were simply watching him. The Andas claim she was still collecting money from the state. Tim says DCF told him that she also removed letterheads from official DCF documents and granted temporary guardianship of children when she shouldn't have. Temporary guardianship papers look all too familiar for Rebecca Witt, a woman who C targeted for adoption as well. Witt says C tried to tell her she was an official. Witt said C then offered her 3 boys to take home for the weekend. Witt says after that, she decided to adopt them, but not through C. Witt went through DCF in Putnam County.
My phone was being blown up by Tina. And Tina called me and said, "Why did you go to Children's Services?" And I said, "Well, I thought that's where I had to go." And she said, "No, I thought you were going to go through this with me like the boys are. If you get them involved, it becomes sticky."
Anastasia Jasper, an attorney for children and family law, says C should have never collected money from the state for Dylan.
In Florida and an attorney, I'm concerned that the dependency system was paying a woman to care for a child that she was providing no support for whatsoever for a 6-month period.
Jasper also says that she considers this fraud.
I can say with certainty I have never seen a case where it was so blatant that someone was, in my belief, defrauding the court.
The Andas had a court date set for the 10th of this month. However, they were told they didn't have standing. For now, Tim goes outside the Putnam County Courthouse, begging the courts to hear his case. All he wants is his son Dylan back.
Probably the single most devastating day I've ever had in my life. I actually had to leave. I left my husband there with my family. The pain of losing a child is unbearable.